Yo, what's good YouTube? Scat King 392 back at it again with another video. Let's get it. Y'all see my baby Rose back there behind me looking so good. You know the video's about her. Thank y'all for tuning in to Scat King TV. We're gonna get right into this video. And I know everybody does it, but you clicked on mine, so make sure you pay attention because I'm gonna tell you 5 things that I cannot stand about my 2016 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. All right, my number one thing that I could not stand about the Scat Pack when I first got it is the rear diffuser. I had to change mine out. Funny thing about it, there it goes. There's my old rear diffuser sitting over there in the garage. That thing came off there. These rear diffusers, oh my goodness, could not stand it. So with these rear diffusers, man, they look so much more beefy and so much more aggressive with these actually on here. When you go to a car meet and you got them all lined up, the cars look beautiful. Come around the back and you see that one without the actual rear diffuser put on there, without the more aggressive one put on there, and it just looks so feminine, so soft. And I just couldn't stand it. Like literally, when I first bought the car, it wasn't that big a deal. And you know, I just kept it moving, kept on going, didn't pay it no attention. When I got my Scat Pack and I took it to a meet and I'm lined up 10, 12 cars deep, everybody's rear diffuser's done, and then there's like 1 or 2 of us that is not, I just look down and I'm like, oh no, I gotta change that. It immediately made me hate it. Like anytime a Charger pulls in front of me, the first thing I'm gonna look and see, one, is them letters taken off of there? Did you debadge the Dodge? And did you change that rear diffuser? So that's my number one thing right there. Like the rear diffuser and that debadging the Dodge, you know, that's a bonus, okay guys? That's not one of my 5. That's one of the things that's in there, but I mean, that's not one of the things out of my 5, but that's one of the things I can't stand. Like when I look at it and I'm like, you know, what did they do? Rear diffuser first, you know, we're gonna start at the back of the car. Rear diffuser. Did they debadge the Dodge up here? And did they tint the tail lights? Those are gonna be my immediate things. Some people do the little tail light inlays that are right here, which is cool. That's cool if you want to do that. Cause I used to do that as well. And then shout out to my boy SRT Lou down at ModEffects. Shout out to ModEffects as well. Because I went down there and he tinted this for me. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, bro. I don't know. And he was like, bro, it looked good. And then shoot, matter of fact, shout out, what is it? Tycoon Scat. I'll figure it out and put it in there. It'll pop up. But yeah, shout out that boy, because crazy thing about it is I wasn't finna do the tint on the tail light like that. And then he got his done on his red one. And I was like, yo, I'm next. Like, run that. Like, yeah, go on, put it in there. It looked amazing immediately. I was like, run that, go ahead and we gonna go ahead and install that on mine as well. And that's how I tested out my full tail light. I went and got the whole race strap tinted. So that's the first things I'm gonna look at. Rear diffuser, debadge Dodge, and did you tint your tail light? Those are immediately, I cannot stand the back of the car if you haven't done that. So that is all my number one thing right there. Let's get into number 2. All right, number 2, guys. Number 2 is all of this chrome in the car. I can't stand this chrome, and I can't stand that this says Dodge right here. With the Scat Pack, they should have overlaid this, and this should have said Scat Pack or 392. With the Hellcat, you know, they have the SRT in the steering wheel. I felt like each model, they should have went something different. Dodge is really just cutting costs by doing this. This was very, very generic. And you know, in this airbag right here. So they really just cut the cost. But what they could have done is they could have made an overlay, and they could have just put the overlays in when they actually got the airbag in, and then still have the generic one that went in the lower models, and then ran the up badge, not the up badge, but you know, just badged it to what the car was at the dealership, or you know, and made it, and then deleted all this daggone chrome. Why have all of this black in this car, and you got these ugly chrome, and you know, I don't even really want to say that's chrome, because that's chrome. I don't even know what that is, but you have all of that. All of this should have been blacked, and this should have said Scat Pack. So my number 2 thing is the inside all of this chrome and how they did the steering wheel. The steering wheel completely. This should have been a flat bottom steering wheel in this Scat Pack. It's not a flat bottom. There's too much chrome here, and this definitely should have said Scat Pack. So that is my number 2 thing that I cannot stand. It drives me insane, and I'm going to get this fixed one day. I'm going to figure out what exactly to go back and do to whether wrapping this, taking it off and wrapping it, or if I, if I can get it painted, or if I get an overlay. I've seen some people do, the overlays, but they look kind of weird to me, some of them. So I'm trying to find a really good overlay. So in my comments, if you know somebody that does a really good overlay for all of this type of stuff right here, please put it in my comments. Let me know who I need to talk to so I can get this changed out and get this updated. All of this, the small paddle shifters, like, Dodge, what are you doing? Why are you cutting so many corners in these cars? You're charging $40,000 and $50,000 for these cars, and you have the nerve to cut corners. Like, that's not cool. Like, so I hate that. Dodge is cutting corners, wanting to go cheap cost by, getting the small paddle shifters and not wanting to put the flat bottom steering wheel and not put the badging in here, and then going this bogus ass chrome and dark like light silver. I don't know what that is, but it ain't chrome. It's different than the one that's there, but it don't look good. So Dodge, we need to do better. We need to do better. Let's go on and get into number 3. Let's get it. All right, guys, my number 3 thing is the UCONNECT system. And I know what everybody's gonna say, like, bro, you got the 8.4 UCONNECT. Like, what's the problem with that? My problem with this 8.4 UCONNECT is I had a 17. So when I had the 17, I had the upgraded Apple CarPlay, and I had, Android Auto, whatever phone you got. And I had my, little things that I didn't like about it. But then when I went to the 16, this was my big, I don't like this. The GPS doesn't look as good as the actual Android Auto or the Apple CarPlay. It's not updated. So there are places that are not in this GPS because the update's not for this one. So when I go home to Texas, I try to hit certain addresses and it's not in the system. So, it's like I got a GPS, but they didn't update it on these older models, so it does me no good for certain places. That really, really annoys me. So I don't like the UCONNECT system. I don't like the way when I turn my, when I hit the media, I'm not going to turn it to media because then it'll take over, go to Bluetooth, and I don't need that happening right now. But when I go to my media, in this UCONNECT, if I'm playing music, I can't play anything from my app. So say I want to go to Facebook and listen to something real fast. All of a sudden, the actual UCONNECT will pause everything on there because it'll pause the music. But when it pauses the music, it pauses all the sound coming out of the car. So you can't hear the video that's playing on Facebook or whatnot. And then if there's something on Instagram, it won't play it separately than the music. If you tell it to play it, it's either gonna play with the music all together, or the music is gonna stop the sound for everything. And I cannot stand that setup for the UCONNECT. I don't know why they did that, but it's so annoying. No matter whether I plug the cord into it and plug my iPhone cord in or not, but I cannot stand that for the UCONNECT. I don't like the way the lettering is. I like the way the newer model style is because I just got used to it. I do have a friend that is going to get me an updated one, so we're going to see how that works. He's saying basically that they can replace this screen, give me the code, and I'll have the new UCONNECT that's in the new chargers. So we're going to see, and we'll do an install video on that. If that works out, we're definitely going to do that install video and get it put on the channel. That is my number 3 thing, what I cannot stand about this Dodge Charger. I hate that. I can't stand it. That's another Charger out there real quick coming by showing some love. But yeah, I can't stand that about this. So that's number 3. We're going to go ahead and get into number 4. All right, let's get right into it. Number 4, man. Yo, Dodge is cutting the cost on these things again. This is just Dodge being cheap. And I don't like that. This thing doesn't come with a spare tire. That is my number 4. Doesn't come with a spare tire. Now I do have my sub in the trunk, and that box is heavy and is mounted down so it don't slide all over the place when I'm driving down the roads and everything. So I'm not finna pull it out But I can't stand that Dodge cut the corners on that. Like, they cut the corners, they didn't put a spare tire in the car. So if you ain't got roadside assistance, if you ain't got, the towing ability, to get your car towed if something happened, bro, you about to be out there calling people to bring you a spare tire. But thank God I actually am on all my cars I've ever had. I've always changed the rims. So I'll have 4. Well, I'll have 2 because the fronts fit on the fronts and the backs fit on the back. So, well, I'll have 2 for each. Basically, I can take the front tire and put it on any place on there and I'd be straight. But the back tires, they only fit on the back. Matter of fact, I'm wide body in this. My backs will fit on the front in a little bit, so I have 4 to go around. So it ain't gonna really matter. Whatever I decide to do, I can do. Cause my backs are wide enough, they'll be wide enough, and I'll be able to put them on the front. So either way, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I put a little spacer on there. I'd actually be able to run that back tire on the front if I blew a tire when I get my wide body kit in, put in anyway, which is coming to the channel. But number 4, no spare tire. Dodge, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all gonna stop cutting corners. You ain't gonna be charging all this money for these cars and not giving out no spare tires and everything for people. Like, I don't care that it's a race car and everything. Mishaps happen. People are going to blow a tire, and the fact that you're just like, nah, we don't care about that. Nah, that's not cool. Like, so no spare tire in there. I hate that. Like, I would have took my spare tire out and it would have been at the house, but I would have had it. I would have had it. And that's the point. Dodge, you're not allowed to tell me what I can't have in this car. I should have had a daggone spare tire. They don't come with a spare tire in there. They give you an air pump, but they don't give you a spare tire. So that is my number 4 thing. I hate that. I can't believe that Dodge did that. That drives me crazy that Dodge did that. That's what they decided to do when they ship these cars out to us, to the customers. That's buying these cars, is paying all this money for these cars. People are paying $40, $50, $60, $70, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, and no spare tire. None of them. They don't come with a spare. Like, so, just at the end of the day, like, Dodge, that's you being cheap, and you need to stop that, because there's a lot of other things that I can point out on this channel that is being cheap, and they need to step that up, because those are things that I can't stand. So yeah, that's number 4. We're gonna hit number 5, all right? Yeah, let's get it. Yo, as y'all can see, I'm back in the car. Number 5, y'all. Number 5. This is the last thing that I cannot stand about my 2016 Dodge Charger Scat Pack, man. And I just recently did a video on this. So if you don't already know, the sound system that come in these cars, man, Dodge, you make too much money off of these vehicles to put that trash ass sound system in here. That shit is garbage. I don't care what nobody says. You got the Alpine system, you got the Beats by Dre and everything. Yeah, that it sounds straight for like the generic customer that don't know nothing about the people that don't pay attention to the quality of music or everything. Like the regular guy that's not gonna buy this car, Dodge is catering to the cheaper side of them, because most people, they're not gonna get in their car, they're not gonna upgrade the sound system. They're just gonna go, oh yeah, it got a great sound system, my music cuts on, oh my God, yeah. No. That shit was trash. That shit was garbage. So I upgraded it. And I know so many people that have upgraded it, because anybody that actually mods their cars, we know, man, that system trash. It's big trash. And y'all should have known better. I know y'all know better, because y'all went Beats by Dre, which is cold in the headphones and everything. But the system in the car is just not loud enough, man. You make these cars that got all this muscle, that got all this aggression, that people gonna be hitting it up and down the roads, exhaust is gonna be going crazy and everything down the line, and then you make these trash sound systems. Like, I'm sorry, if I cut my music up while the windows is down, which that's what you got windows for, you roll them down, I still want to be able to hear my music, and I want to be able to hear it good and quality. I'm not an asshole. I don't really sit at lights and let my music just blare out, but regardless, my music should be able to be loud enough for me to hear it with the wind noise. Or shape the car to where I don't have a lot of wind noise, because you can do that as well. Regardless, the sound systems in here are big trash. You got to max them all the way out to get, to get loud, if you per se. I upgraded my sound system. I don't max it out. My sound system goes to 38. I have mine tuned to where at 28 this bad boy screams. And at 30, in the 30s, it's ridiculous. So I don't even get in the 30s. I don't even get in the last little bit of pushing the sound system up. I've seen other people change the aftermarket system and tune it to 18. They not even using the rest of the settings all the way up. They amps and everything is set to where, like, I don't need to figure out if the radio is going to get at a clipping spot later on, because the higher you turn it, the worse your signal can get at the later on. Is it's not going to put out all of the quality. So people tune it lower in the radio to make sure they have a crisp, clean sound, crisp, clean signal coming into the amps, and the amps is putting out crisp, clean audio. Because that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have an audio signal being sent from your factory amp through your to your RCAs to that amplifier, and then that signal is going to get amplified. So if that signal is shitty, like if you turn it all the way up and the signal starts sounding bad, you're going to amplify it and it's going to sound bad. So that's why you don't tune up there. But that's a whole different video for a different thing. I don't really tune, but I know a little bit about it, but not a whole lot. So don't get me, you know, don't come for me in the comments on the tuning aspect, because I got other people that tune my shit. Like I know what I like to hear, and I have other people tune it. But that's number 5, man. The audio systems in these cars is big trash. Dodge went the lower route. I mean, and they didn't like cut corners all the way, because, you know, they know people are going to mod their cars no matter what. There are a lot of people that no matter what Dodge puts in there, they're going to put something else in there. So there's not a lot of things that they're going to do everything for. But the other things in the in this video, like the other things, I honestly feel like Dodge should have done. Like Dodge should have did those. The sound system, I hate it, but I'm a sound guy, so I hate it. The rest of them, all of those Dodge should have did. Every last one of them. Like the update on the UCONNECT, that's a big one. Even if you got a 16 and they make the new model, they should have updated everything, GPS and everything. And I've been through the systems to be like, okay, let me update my maps and update my UCONNECT. And I still don't have the updated stuff in my GPS system. So it's not that I have the old system. Mine is up to date. The rear diffuser, I guess Dodge isn't gonna do that when they know people are gonna change that. But it does make it look way more aggressive. So the rear diffuser, Dodge isn't gonna change that one. But the spare tire, should have came with a spare tire. They should have done the UCONNECT system. And I'm looking over because my list is right there just to make sure I'm missing anything. And all the chrome right here. Like, yeah, Dodge, cut that out. And I think in the newer models, I'm not for sure because I don't really be in the newer models anymore like that. But I think they did get rid of this chrome on the steering wheel in the newer model. So I'm gonna have to check on that one. But there's so many things that Dodge cut the corners on that they need to take a round turn on. You know, you spending $50,000, $60,000 for these cars, you know, and upwards, you know, because these cars, once they depreciate, they don't give you that much money back for them. Now, thank God, every last one of them that I've traded in and just got totaled out, I've got all my money for it. Every last one of them. I ain't went in tap heavy on one of my on my trade-ins or my 17 that basically got totaled out. But that's a story for a different day. I think I've told it to you on the channel before in my older videos, but I'll reference it every now and again. But that's the 5 things that I hate that Dodge did to my 2016 Dodge Charger SCATPACK, man. It's $392. Other than that, there's other things, but I love my car. You know, I ain't gonna cap. You know, I'm like everybody else. I love this car. Dodge put out a good product, but those are a little me nitpicking. And I'm gonna do an update on things that Dodge should have put in these cars, because I did one back in the day, and I'm gonna redo that video again because I need Dodge to see this. I need y'all to be tagging Dodge. I need, like, when I make it big, I need y'all to be like, yo, Dodge, this dude been talking shit. He made it big, so y'all need to figure out some stuff, because I know there's stuff that on these cars that they could do, that they could put in here for this race car. Boy, it is hot out here in Florida. It is hot, stupid hot. Like, I'm out here sweating in the garage, but we gonna get this content, man. Rain, heat, sleet, it doesn't matter. We gonna get this content. We gonna get up there, bro. We gonna get out there. I'm trying to get to 30K, man. I'm trying to get to that 30K month. I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to get myself out there. And I ain't even at 500 subscribers yet. But we gonna speak it into manifest. That's what we gonna do. We gonna manifest that thing. We gonna make this thing happen. We gonna keep putting this content out there. I'm gonna be doing reviews. I'm gonna be riding around with people. We gonna do everything, man. We gonna get this channel going. So if y'all want to keep seeing this beauty, let's get out here and look at Rose real quick, you know. We gonna say the same thing because I wanted to pop up, you know, like, comment, subscribe on this bad boy. But look at Rose back here. She always look good, man. Look at my baby. Got the lights in the grill, headlights under the car. Rose is just, she's sexy. When she on camera, when she rolling down the road, wait till this wide body kid get on here. Man, wait till the wide body kid get out here. Rose gonna be setting it off. I'ma set this bit off. All right, man, until next time, man, I'm mad.